Hello? Richtofen? Has something gone wrong? We did everything you asked! You haven't forgotten about us, have you?
No, Sammy. I haven't forgotten about you.
It is time, Richtofen. The multiverse must come to an end. The paradox must be resolved. At least, it will be quick. What are you talking about? We found the Agarvan device!
I know. And I'm so sorry.
Right after Ultimus Richtofen is saying he's sorry, Primus Nikolai goes ahead and actually kills him because obviously it was a zombie. But that's not the main point. But anyways, he kills him right after, and then right after that, he banishes everything to the Dark Aether except for himself, Samantha, and Eddie. And he tells Eddie and Samantha to kill him, mainly Samantha, while he passes Samantha his gun and she shoots him in the head. After that, they walk towards a portal to where they go to the New World, which is the Cold War world, which we see Samantha in, but Eddie is nowhere to be found, which hopefully he'll be in sooner DLC. But anyways, this is not about them, this is about the transit crew and what happened to them when they were banished to the Dark Aether. So first we're going to explain what the Dark Aether is, just because many people might not know what it is, so we're going to go ahead and explain that right now. So basically, the Dark Aether, by the way, if you want to know more about this, you can go search up videos of the whole storyline for zombies, but I'm just going to talk about the Aether and then the transit crew. But anyways, the Dark Aether is a dark and cold place, which is where these creatures called the Apothicons live, and they stay, including a man named the Shadow, creature named the Shadow Man, and also a character named Dr. Monty. Now, the Apothicons figured out how to escape this realm and ventured out into our universe and stuff, and started corrupting it. Basically, if anybody goes to the Dark Aether is the cold, wet place. It's all darkness. Also, if you stay in the Dark Aether long enough, your skin starts to change. You begin to have like alligator skin. It gets like scaly. You can grow tails, wings. You're not going to be normal if you stay in there for a long enough time. I don't know how long it takes. My guess would probably be within like 5 weeks you'd start seeing changes of yourself in the Dark Aether, or it could be longer. But you do start to change, and you will not be like your normal self if you stay in there long enough. Even zombies will start to ignore you, because yes, zombies are in here, Margwoods, everything is just in the Dark Aether. But if you stay in the Dark Aether long enough, then they will begin not to notice you. At least the zombies won't, but the other big guys will. But if you stay in here long enough, people say that the zombies will still attack you, the big creatures will attack you, you'll die, or you could become a zombie or a monster too. So that's what happens in the Dark Aether. Now at the end of TAG DER TOTEN, aka the end of BO4 zombies, the transit crew is banished to this place along with our universe and everything else that existed. And Samantha and Eddie were sent to the New World, where things will hopefully be different. Now, I just explained what happens in the Dark Aether, so we can already see. Now, if I tell you guys a timeline, which TAG DER TOTEN takes someplace in the 60s, so I know 60s, I don't know why I said place like that, my bad by the way, but no, it takes place sometime in the 60s. So the BO Cold War, well, Black Ops 5, Black Ops Cold War takes place in the 80s, the zombies timeline, and the Dark Aether does not change time, it goes along with all the time. So basically, you can put that into perspective, it's at least 20 years the transit crew was in the Dark Aether. So if we can go ahead and just you know, put that to knowledge, I told you guys what happens if you stay in the Dark Aether for a long time and you begin to change, or the monsters are just going to attack you, you're going to die, or you could become one of them. So if you guys do play Black Ops Cold War Zombies, you guys would know that you can hear tape files from secret intel that you get in-game, and if you get tape recordings, you can hear other people with their experience in the Dark Aether, and they have same experiences. Some of them become scaly too and turn slowly into monsters. Some of them just get eaten. Sometimes you can hear monsters roaming around in the Dark Aether. Really, really weird. So my guess is that the Dark Aether consumed the transit crew just because they've been in there for 20 years, unless they escaped some kind of secret way that we don't know about, which I'm pretty sure if there was any lore behind that, I mean, I'm pretty sure they would release lore behind that, but as far as we know, they have been in the Dark Aether since TAG Der Toten, since the 60s, even though it takes place in a different timeline. It's still in our universe, kinda like. Still in our, whatever you'd call it, our game universe. Still takes place during that time, so we can already guess what happens to them. If we do ever see them again, my guess is that they won't be the same as we've last seen them in TAG Der Toten. Either they'll probably be monsters that we'd have to go against, or they're still good, but they're monsters, and you know, they look kinda like different. They're definitely gonna look different. Either they're gonna have tails or wings or weird shaped heads, you know, something. It's not gonna be the same transit crew that we seen last time. Now, that's basically what would happen if they are not dead. If they're dead, well, obviously we're not gonna see them again. It would be pretty cool if we can get some secret intel behind them, but my guess is that they're just dead. Like, there's no way they probably survived that for 20 years. And then I guess you could argue and say, oh well, they fought zombies in their timelines too, so maybe they could handle it. I don't know if there's guns in the Dark Aether. I know when we travel to the Dark Aether and Die Machine, we can use our guns. I don't know if there would be guns there, or if they can take their guns. I think they can, but eventually they'll run out of ammo, because obviously guns run out of ammo. But I think they probably did get to take their weapons, because whenever we go to Dark Aether and Die Machine, we get to take our weapons, and whenever they were vanished, you know, they had their weapons with them. So maybe they did take their weapons and survived for a little bit, but not long. My guess is they probably survived at least 2 years, and then they just died or something, or they just changed and they're just monsters, or they're part of the Elder God that we see in Die Machine and the one that we have to battle in Firebase Z. So yeah, it's pretty sad because, you know, we have had all those experiences with the Transit crew. I remember first playing Transit, I just didn't like them because I like the OG crew. But I think it's just they were introduced in the wrong map. Transit, obviously, that was the most hated map. But if they remaster it, I think they can fix it up. But they were introduced in the worst map possible, so I think that's why people didn't like them. Personally, I just always like Richtofen and Dempsey. So when I got introduced to them in BO2, I just wasn't a big fan. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm growing to like these guys. You know, they're just trying to survive. We can't hate on them that much, man. And then everybody was saying that, you know, hey, Misty was probably Dempsey's daughter, which there was no proof of that. But yeah, that's just going to wrap it up what happened to the Transit crew. So you guys can start speculating down in the comments, or start making, you know, your own myths about it, or whatever you want to do. If you guys want more zombies content like this, please let me know. This is my first breaking down about the story, so if I stuttered a lot or whatever, it's because I do get nervous on the mic. So yeah, sorry. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button, drop a sub if you're new here, turn on post notifications, and follow all my social medias because it helps out a lot. I post Call of Duty content, Destiny content, and lots of zombies content. So yeah, other than that, love you guys to death. See you guys soon, hopefully. Other than that, peace out.
I can feel like 80 rats in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bins all on your head like Jason Terry. Whoa. Richard Millie cuss a Lambo. Known to keep the better.